Houston? Hello, can you hear me? You all late talking about yes. Okay. Do I sound all right? Okay. This is weird. I'm talking to my computer. And it says one eyeball. Just one little lonely eyeball. Oh, there's Nikki. Hey, Nikki. So, this, just so y'all know, this is my channel from when I used to be in the R. Kelly sector. I only had like 10 people that I was real cool with. They have no idea that I've ever even considered going live, so I don't know if they'll drop in here or not, but I know they're always online. So we might get some moments, but I doubt it because I just came on here a minute ago and just sat here and let the music play and nobody came in, so I'm not on anybody's radar yet, I guess. So let's talk about curiosity, killing cats, because I only have a few minutes. Yes, R. Kelly, Nikki. Remember I told you I used to be like really anti R. Kelly? And I ended up like falling into like a sector full of people, you know. Oh, okay. I ended up falling into a sector full of people that either loved him or wanted him in jail. And that's where this channel came from. Anyway, curiosity and cats. That's what we were talking about. Also, can y'all hear my fan in the back? Like, does it sound like there's a fan blowing by the microphone? Yeah, okay, so let's talk about that other sector real quick before I get into this, because it's really interesting watching the parallels between that sector and the beef sector, because like when I first got over there, it was just like, oh, okay, all these people are either fighting for or against some celebrity that they don't know and will probably never meet. And the guy that I used to support really heavy, I modded for him. We were like cool in real life. Oh, is it too loud, y'all? Damn it. I'm sorry, I'm in my garage. It's like my smoking den, so I have like multiple fans out here. Is that better? Okay, so anyway, I was supporting this guy, and he was like really. He didn't start out anti R. Kelly. He started out like just trying to research the people from surviving R. Kelly and the whole story and everything. And in the process of him doing that, he got really cool with one of the victims' fathers. His name is Angelo. I don't know if y'all know who he is or not, but anyway, his daughter is named Azriel Clary, and they were in the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. And he got really cool with him, and then he started trying to help him get Azriel out of the clutches of R. Kelly. And it just turned into this whole crazy ass debacle. Y'all, long story short, he got doxxed on here. And when they doxxed him, they found out that he had pending like federal charges. They brought all that shit online. They called CPS on him and his family. And it's interesting when they were talking about that whole situation that we're dealing with over in the other sector with the CPS calling the kid, because somebody from YouTube called CPS on him. They went and got his daughter out of school, took her to get examined, and they questioned him, and it was like a whole thing, and it was horrible. They accused him of, yeah, yeah. So anyway, long story short, he basically ended up like going to jail because he had federal charges for like something dealing with some money and shit. He's a good dude. It was something he did like when he was like 21 or something. He's like way older now. But anyway, he's in jail now. So that whole sector like died when he went to jail. Anyway, so that's my R. Kelly story. But back to the curiosity and the cats. It's just y'all, and I already know your perspective. I really wanted the perspective of some other people, but I guess nobody's going to come over. So it's just us. So I won't really get too far into that. I already kind of told y'all what I was thinking. Damn, did my R. Kelly talk run y'all off? I just wonder what it's like. Like I said earlier, nobody. I didn't really care if anybody else came. I just really want to know what it's like to, like I said earlier, be really interested in something and really curious about it to the point where you watch movies about it and you're doing all these things and you're secretly sneaking and doing these things and you're like secretly ashamed of it, and like you're just gonna die with that yearning, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm wondering what was the difference with me, who was like raised in church, and all these things that people love to say when they're like, well, I'm never going to try that because I was raised Christian, or I was raised to believe this or whatever. Because it's not really that they don't know that we're in a different society now. They're aware of that. They just choose not to indulge because of whatever, anchors they have weighing them down, I guess. But like I say this all the time, the women that I dealt with, they were all very much hetero. But for some reason, I'm going to tell you like this. When the questions start, I already know I can get it. Like, it's not even a question. If I want to, I know that I can. When you start asking me questions, I'm just saying. Because when I do think back to the time before I ever dealt with any women, I never asked any questions either, because I felt like me asking a question was like me opening the door. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I just never asked the questions. I just had my own thoughts, and I was like, one day I'll find out. One day I'm not going to give a fuck what anybody thinks. and I'm going to find out, because I know that at the time when I started, like, sliding down that rainbow, honey, nobody else around me was. I knew for sure that they probably would be judging me if they knew what I was doing. And then it just, like, some kind of switch just flipped one day, and I was like, I really don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't give a fuck. Because I had this one homegirl, what? That would be a good talk about what are the signs women give that makes you know you can get it. Man, oh, there's so many signs. There's so many signs. But I mean, one question for sure is, like, if you asking me like what it's like to kiss a girl, or what what's the draw, any of that, to me, if you're asking, like, girl, you're just waiting on me to, like, pounce on you. Like, and then what I was saying earlier, like, when I actually did let my social circle know what was up, it was crazy. Like, I mean, I had one friend, and we're still friends to this day, but I had this one friend that was, like, staunchly heterosexual. And I remember I had roommates at the time who I actually thought were, like, having a sexual relationship. And she would come over and she would always be like, so you think they're fucking? Like, do you really think that? I'm like, girl, I've seen them laying in the same bed with their bras on. So, yeah. But anyway, she always had, like, not really negative things to say, but just little nitpicky things that she would say. And I used to, like, not even think about it. Just didn't really cross my mind what the fuck they were doing. When I saw that's what it was, I was like, oh, okay, they're probably bi. And I left it at that, and it didn't really matter to me. But she was always really heavily curious about it, right? So, like, years after she knew that about me, she came to visit me in Atlanta one time. This is obviously when I was still single. And we went out to this club. One of my guy friends took me, her, and this other girlfriend of ours out to a club. It was a strip club. And I'm just like, I'm a flirt. Y'all know I'm a flirt. So I don't really care if it's a guy or a girl. If I'm feeling flirtatious, I'm feeling flirtatious. And she's one of those people that's like the total opposite of that. She's really closed off, even if she might be interested. So we're at this club, and this girl was like hitting on her. One of the dancers was like really flirting with her. And she was so uncomfortable and like ready to go uncomfortable. Like, I'm ready to go. I don't even want to finish my drink. Like, that type of uncomfortable. And I was like, damn. And the crazy thing about that is that night when we got home, it went all the way down. And it went down because she wanted it to go down. It wasn't me. I didn't give any inclination that I was interested. It was like, this is my homegirl. We've shared beds for years, and it's never been anything like that. And that night I woke up and she was basically like on top of me. So, let's see what she said. If I view someone as platonic or straight, they can be fine as hell, and I wouldn't want to F them. I'm only attracted to the gay women, gay or women that give off those kind of vibes. Where's the video? Girl, we didn't have no videos like that. Well, I mean, I had a cell phone, but nah, ain't no video. It wasn't that memorable, though. I mean, she's attractive. She's real cute. She's like one of those little, she's like 5'3". She's a little petite little thing, like Nikki, little spinners. Really cute. I just wasn't like expecting to go there with her. So it was really just like, okay. I mean, she's really curious. Let me help her out. What? Gay sector by storm? Not me. Surely not me. All right. But that can be, when you are engaging with a woman who's never been with another woman, it's always an awkward experience. But I would say out of all the experiences I had, that was the only one that was like awkward and uncomfortable and not pleasurable. Every other experience was like highly pleasurable. I guess that's why I don't understand how a woman can be like, oh, I like titties, but I don't want to mess with a girl. Like, if you like titties, just put one in your mouth. Just do it. Sis, nobody's judging. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, but also what we were saying, like, about what we were saying about threesomes too, I really think that that is like one of the most awkward sexual activities to ever be invented. It's just really awkward. It's just awkward. It can be fun for like 30 minutes. They always overstepping, Nikki. I know, right? They do. I have certain friends that I know just would never cross that boundary with me, and they know what's up, but they never would. And then I have those other ones, like as soon as they get one good glass of prosecco, honey, they ready. I had a straight woman, and she told me I was the only woman she effed with, but my friend said she don't believe her. I don't know why though. I mean, it could be possible. HB, you definitely bring that shit out. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen this many straight women so openly be ready to just be turned the fuck out. They're like ready to get turned out. Like all the ones that I dealt with, they were ready to like sneak behind the velvet rope, but they weren't like they wouldn't tell anybody, you know, publicly. They just told me privately. It's on your short, Nikki. Oh, so you basically had someone watching then, HB. I've engaged in a few of those, and I only had one that was, well, two that were like, whoa, I would do that shit. But I have only gone back to engage in a threesome with the same people one time. Every other time it's been maybe the girl is the same, but a different guy. And then the same girl and another girl. Oh yeah, that's true, HB. They don't care because nobody knows who they are. Yeah. Why was she watching porn when she could have just watched y'all? You had yes, my tongue had to be put up close to the edge because oh my god, it split when you got your tongue pierced, Nikki. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, I've never experienced the tongue ring. I just realized that. Y'all want to hear a crazy ass story? So there was the first woman that I ever um, messed around with. We stayed friends, like we're still really good friends to this day. But we stayed friends for like a long time after, and like we were really just friends. It never even like came close to like let's be together type of a thing. But um, at one point in time, I know at least for like a year, like every time we would see each other, it would go down, and then we would like go out and party and do other things. But um, crazy story. So at this point, I think we have been friends for probably close to like 10 years, and we started um, working together. And so our social circle went from like I had separate friends at work, I had, you know, other people I hung out with and all this. And our social circles kind of started to blend. And in the process of that, she and I kind of were kind of a little bit parting ways at the time. She had some stuff going on that I just wanted to distance myself from. I'll just say that. And I'm kind of trying to change the people involved in this too, because I don't want to embarrass anybody that I know might eventually come by this channel. But long story short, she was kind of mad at me, and somebody else that I'm close to asked her to go out, like not on a date, but like to go out to a party. And they don't usually hang out without me, those two. So they go to the club and they hang out and they kick it, and then they went home together, which wasn't the original plan. It just kind of ended up being the plan because somebody didn't want to drive back home or whatever. And they both claimed that nothing happened, but then when she got really mad at me, she was like, "That's why, that's why I fucked your friend or whatever." It wasn't a friend; it was somebody else. But long story short, it was this like the most awkward, weirdest shit because the person that she got with was another straight chick, and I was just like, I don't know. It was just weird. It's weird when you're dealing with all these hetero women who really want to get freaky with other women behind the doors, but they don't want you to tell anybody. And then you all hang out together. And it just makes me think when I see other like female groups of friends, I just wonder like, was their group of friends like mine? Or is that just me? She's being creepy. That's weird. I would have just joined in. Like, what the fuck? I'm not about to be getting down like that, and I'm not about to give me a little piece. If I'm there, I'm there. Otherwise, I'm just gonna leave. The fuck? You love to tame a bitch. I like for people to try to tame me. I know this nigga's been trying to tame me for over a decade. So yeah, let's talk about that. You weren't attracted to her. So let's talk about, because I've never really had that situation where a female was coming on to me that I wasn't attracted to. Of course, I've dealt with that from guys. I really want to know what that's like. Hold on. Let me figure out how to drop the link. Yeah, I have no idea how to do that. How do I drop the link, y'all? Sorry for the moment of silence. Oh, let's see if this is it. That doesn't look right. No, that's not right. It's not hyperlinked for some reason. Okay, hold on. Oh, boom.
I'm about to pull out my dick.
Oh my God.
You don't have a banner up.
Please don't. Yeah, I'm gonna I just looked at that thing that said banners.
Mm-hmm. You'll play around with it.
Add banner. Yeah, I'll do it later. I'll figure it out. So anyway, tell me what that's like when there's a woman, because women are so sensitive, and
Mm-hmm.
like, our feelings get hurt easily.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering what it's like to reject a woman.
It's awkward. This is why I get accused of being a F boy, because I very seldom just straight up be like, nah, I'm good, because they're really sensitive. So there's just a lot of talking around the bush, beating around the bush, talking in
So to speak.
circles. Huh?
Beating
What you
around
say?
the bush.
You gotta, yeah, because it's like, and then like they do the same thing men do. They try to play it off. So like what they'll do is they'll drop a bunch of hints. I've never been like physically like, no one's ever kissed me and I didn't want it.
Yeah.
It's more so like they give you the energy or they'll drop hints and you either have to play dumb.
The heavy flirtation. Yeah.
Yeah. Like because when women are like aggressive, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm not into that either. There was this one girl that my sister introduced me to, and she was fucking gorgeous. Oh my god, she was so
Mm,
pretty.
mm,
She was like really fine. She had beautiful skin,
mhm,
really nice teeth.
mhm.
She was funny as shit. She had a cool ass personality, but like when she let me know that she was like feeling me, it was like rah. Like it
Yeah.
was a bit much. I was like, girl, I don't know, I'm kind of scared. Like,
Right.
and if you scare me, you're hella aggressive
I could see that.
because I really don't scare easily. So yeah,
Yeah, it was just it's just and the last person I talked to, I tried to tell her, I was like, you make yourself too available. And then she was like a feminist and academic. So she was like, am I supposed to play this kind of game, coy game to be attracted? I'm just like, okay. I was like, if you don't understand femininity, then I can't teach you. There's nothing.
exactly. And
Yeah.
if you want, I mean, it's highly possible because I'm aggressive, but I know how to like turn it off. You know what I'm saying? When I want to be chased, I know how to turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also not really. I'm aggressive to the point of just letting you know what's up,
Hmm.
and then I'm done. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
hey, you know what it is, so I'm gonna follow on back, and if it's what you want, I'm gonna know. You
Hmm.
gonna let me know.
Yeah, someone can only get away with being like super aggressive or like I want to fuck you if they're really really fine. If
Yeah.
you're not like a 9 or 10, it's like, ugh, like you gotta stop.
And even when you are a 9 or 10, like you could do that, but it still has to be the way, it's the way you have to do it still. Like,
That's true.
it's
Yeah.
definitely the way.
I mean, you know how I am, Tony. I always just like drop little hints or plant seeds. So I would never just straight up tell somebody I want to take you out tonight. Like because first of all, I can't tell which bitch is gay. Okay. Okay.
Right.
And I don't want to come onto a heterosexual woman and get rejected. Then I'll be like, yeah, this gay bitch hit on me. I had to tell her strictly dickly, honey. Like, girl, don't get the fuck.
I
But
hate that phrase.
it's so stupid.
It is incredibly stupid.
So fucking dumb. They
I
and they be
never
so
said
proud
that.
of themselves.
Right. I be so proud. I be like, poor you. That's what I be thinking when you say that, like, oh,
Right.
poor team.
Cause like I think a lot of women don't like talking about the poor quality of sex that they have.
They
Like,
don't.
yeah, the nigga don't be caring about they bust a nut, what kind of nut, how many nuts. I'd be like, ugh.
And it's really common for it to be like that, which is why it's so easy for men to be whores, especially when they're good in bed. Because when
Mm,
they do figure it out somewhat, because I don't care how good you are, men are like they still be needing a little bit of guidance. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Even if they're like when you get down to it and it's really really good and it's giving what you want it to give. The
mm,
problem with men usually is everything leading up to that.
mm,
So a lot of women are just happy to be with someone that's not like I mean that I guess that they're just happy that the guy made it over whatever hurdles it is that they set up in order for them to get to the pussy.
mm,
In that if the sex is mediocre, as long as he's not like a shitty dude, they're okay with that. But
mm.
then, there are women that deal with shitty sex from shitty men too. So I had one of my guy friends tell me that depending on the woman that he's dealing with, like sexually, he will literally like come fast. Like once he feels like he's had his fun, he'll just like bust and get out of there.
Hmm.
And I'm like, that is so fucking selfish. And you're happy to say that shit.
I
But
know. It's like, are you bragging about that? Or...
well, what made us talk about it was that same night that he told me that we had been out and he got into it with this girl and she was like, "You a minute man anyway, nigga." Like she was dragging it.
You know what? But Tony, this is why I love being a mask queer woman, right? Because I be feeling bad for men. Because I was talking about this with my girlfriend. I was like, say you're born and you're like the nicest guy. Well, not nice in a lame way, but like kind. You know, the kind of shit women like. You make mad money. You're cute, but you got a small ass dick. There's nothing you can do to control that.
Nothing.
I'm
That's so
like, damn,
sad
that sucks.
that it has to
And a
stop.
woman, like, she'll take it, but you have a small dick.
Right.
That's
Right.
embarrassing.
I mean, but there are women that will literally have a whole ass relationship with a man with a little penis. They'll just they'll just ride that little thumb into the sunset. I mean, as
I,
long as he's like there, I guess.
I
I can't
just,
do it.
I can't, I just couldn't. I mean, I guess, but I guess it's the same thing for people that have hit faces. I mean, they can't help it either. This is a lesbian and weed
Ooh.
sector episode too, because I'm kind of elevated. So the,
I'm about to be real quick. I
the
actually
hit people are like, "What about us? Like, we didn't choose this life either."
didn't choose this life. Have you
Yo,
ever seen that girl on Instagram? She used to call herself a little ugly bitch.
nah,
Oh my god!
I
You
try to stay
never
away from as many little ugly bitches as I can. Ain't nobody
She
trying to
used, to,
fucking no little
she
ugly
used
boy.
to come on and be like, "Little ugly bitch got a man, though. Little ugly bitch show can't dress though." Like she used to say that shit used to have
Yo,
me dead as hell.
I
But
really hate
she like kept her hair done, and
Wait, was she really ugly?
I think she has a physical condition, but
Oh,
she's
okay.
not like handicapped. But she did have a condition that kind
Oh,
of distorted her face a little bit.
okay. That's
So
different.
she was type hit, but
Oh,
she had a man, honey. She had a baby, and her man was not ugly. Her man was cute, and I was like, okay, girl, I'm gonna
okay.
have to find her IG and see what she's doing now. But like, I remember she
No,
probably
that's
looking good.
yeah.
I don't know why she calls herself that, but I guess because it's just like fat people that get made fun of for being fat their whole lives. Like eventually, you either embrace that shit or you lose the weight.
That's
And
true.
if it's your face, you can't get surgery or something to change it, then I guess you
Well,
just have to embrace it.
but I know people that like people would say they're ugly and they have like mad confidence, mad swag, and like
Mhm.
not to say that it overcompensates, but they still pull. So I just feel like when you love yourself, well, love yourself in a combination of other shit, but you know, it is what it is. It's
It
just
survives. I guess you just gotta, you
yeah.
gotta elevate everything else, you know, in order for people to like override that.
Well,
Like how
that's why
fat dudes like to smell really good and have nice
right.
shit.
That's why a lot of attractive people, they don't really have like personalities.
Exactly. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Don't even get me started on that. Attractive people and people with money.
Mm.
It's a lot of that too. I mean,
Oh, that's true. I didn't
I've
think of
met
that.
a lot of people with like I've met people who a lot of these people would like to meet those people they want to win a contest to spend a day with, and they're
Mhm.
boring as shit. They're
Mm.
boring as shit. Like no lie. I'm gonna give you an example. It's only me, you, and Nikki in here. So, I went to I my best friend's dad used to date Donda West.
Mhm.
So, and like by used to date, I mean like they were together for a long time, like up
Mm.
until she had the surgery and passed away.
Mm.
Um, and so we got to go to a lot of things that Kanye would be involved in. And Kanye West brings a certain level of celebrity along with things that he does. I mean, we would be at places and it would be people in there that, oh my God, like if you were like a starstruck kind of a person, you would be like probably pass the fuck out type of that level of like the Mariah Careys and the Jay-Z's and them type of people. And
Mm.
in that type of a setting, I've had more fun with like that particular. Let me say this: one particular night when Kanye had his 30th birthday party,
Mm.
I spent almost the whole evening hanging out with Common Sense, his mom. I had
Mm.
more fun with her
Mm-hmm.
than anybody else that was in there. Like
Yeah.
me, her, and Donda's mom and my best friend. Like we were having a blast. We weren't even in like the area where everybody was, and we had so much fun. And it was had nothing to do with like celebrity. Like we were literally having that. We were drinking Hennessy shit, Hennessy and fucking eating hot wings.
Mm. No, that makes a lot of sense, and I agree though.
Yeah. So I mean, you gotta. Personality does not come. It's not something that everybody has, and everybody ain't able. Everybody is not able, honey. Because that's why some of these people on YouTube, like they might have great content, they might have great graphics, they put in a lot of work, honey. They promote well. They just don't have it though. And you go in their chat and you're either bored
Mm-hmm.
or I don't know. You're probably bored. Can you acquire a personality? Like, is that something you can
Yeah,
acquire?
it's just that it's not real,
Yeah, I guess
and
that's it.
so it won't be like people can fake shit, but that's like a lot of energy to maintain.
Nikki,
Are you okay?
sorry, I'm smoking.
Oh, okay, I'm about to
He's
say
ugly in real life. He looks like he has really bad skin and really bad breath.
yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, that's actually exactly that because it looks like he smells good, like cologne, but it looks like his breath is trash.
Yeah, he's always looked
Uh,
like his breath was bad.
uh, uh, uh.
It's some things. Some things I just ain't finna deal with. Like I'm not gonna deal with ashiness. I'm not gonna deal with bad breath.
Okay.
Like even in like a, I don't even mean like in a romantic
Oh
situation.
no, period. Yes, it's offensive because I just be sitting
Like,
there like, so we gonna act like everything okay right now?
we gonna act like we don't smell this shit. Have you ever been cool with somebody that didn't ever have an odor and then all of a sudden they started having an odor? Because I experienced that. Hello.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I used to, so that same person. Well, okay. Someone I met at a conference. Um, she was cool. This is the same person that I told you. Like she said, she don't drink water, like all that stuff. But anyways, um, she got like she smelled okay, not bad, but not good. But she got like progressively bad smelling. And I remember one time I was in a car with her and it was raining, so the windows had to be up, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And we had shared a hotel room, and she didn't smell horrible, but she didn't, it was like a little funky, like lunky, like funky light. But
Hmm.
then when I saw her recently and I gave her a hug, so like this is 3 years later, I couldn't even sit on the same couch with her. I had to back up.
Damn. I wonder if
Yeah.
she's using that natural deodorant we were talking about.
I don't think she wears any deodorant.
Oh
And it
my.
also wasn't just her armpits. It was like vaginal. I don't know. It was just I've
Yeah,
never
well, that's what I was gonna say. There was this girl that I'm saying this girl, but she's significantly older than me. This lady that I had got really cool with from work, and like we would hang out like regularly. Um, and I had never noticed an odor like ever before. We had carpooled together a couple of times, and then at this point, we had started carpooling every day because I know you don't live in Atlanta, but one thing about Atlanta, if you live in the suburbs and you work downtown, if you can carpool, then it just makes for an easier life to
Mhm,
not have to be the main driver in traffic every day and to just know you can just ride and like chill out. But
mhm.
anyway, so we used to carpool because we lived down the street from each other and we worked in the same office. One day, she came to get me, and I got in the
Mm,
car, and I was like, and it was like you were saying, like it was raining. It was one of those type of. I don't know if it was really cold or if it was raining, but the windows
mhm.
were up, and I was like, "Is that?" I was like, "I know it's not me, bitch. Like it's never me. Like
It's never me.
it's never me. I don't even know why I fucking asked myself that."
Oh shit.
But we went to work and then we ended up going to lunch together. And so when I got back in the car, I got in the car before she did. She unlocked the car doors, and I sat down in the car in the passenger seat. And then she sat down. Bitch, when I tell you, I thought my eyebrows were singed the fuck off my face.
Ew.
When that whiff, that sit down air smacked me across my forehead.
That's nasty as shit.
I was like, what the fuck? And it wasn't even like a straight up like, oh, she smells like fish. It just was like
Right.
the weirdest. I don't
Oh,
know if it's yeast. I don't know what that shit
oh,
is.
girl.
But sis, you need to take care of that ASAP. And I remember like I think I rode home from work with her and I made an excuse to not ride to work with her the next day. And then I want to say I gave it maybe 3 or 4 days. And she used to do hair too. But she was
Oh.
supposed to do my hair, bitch.
Did you tell her she stunk?
I did not tell her.
It's not your job. I don't blame you.
I did not
People
tell
you
her.
get mad.
And then plus I thought it was like a one-off situation. And then when she did my hair, I was like,
Oh,
nah, it ain't a one-off, dog.
I'm
Like you
triggered. I'm
really
triggered.
smell like that. Like dead ass.
Oh my god.
Dead ass. You
Uh-uh.
smell like dead ass.
You
Like,
smell like dead ass. Fuck. I'm triggered.
I'm sorry, Nikki.
Nikki, it can be both sensual and nasty. I can rub
I
some
mean, we're
shit in your
talking
face.
about like hygiene. Hygiene is definitely a part of sensuality. Okay, it's like the first step before we can even get anywhere else. But
I
I,
was so happy I tasted well, I don't
oh,
really like to give
oh,
details about the bedroom. I'm gonna speak hypothetically. I was dating someone new that I was like that how do I say this? Listen, I'm just happy when it tastes and smell good
yeah.
all the time, like consistently. Like you didn't run to the bathroom and like it just this is just you because of your
Just when it goes
water
down,
intake and diet. I shed a tear. I was like, thank God.
yeah.
Hypothetically.
I'm just saying that's how it's supposed to be, though.
But that's not everybody's reality though.
I know it's not, and that's
Girl, I would
unfortunate.
well, mm.
That's unfortunate. I can't relate, but it's unfortunate.
I mean, but you know how it's like it's a difference between like rancid and like normal.
Yeah,
So like it's like really, really good consistently. Normal sometimes to be like, can you go? And then rancid.
not can you
So
go? Can you go?
can you go? Yeah, visit
Fritz that puss, babe.
right.
Fritz that motherfucker.
So I feel like most people's experience is like in the average to maybe average to good, not great.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That feels fair.
Y'all, I have to go.
All right.
This
This
is
was fun.
fun.
How'd you feel?
No, I feel good. I'm actually perfectly comfortable. I
Okay.
just I have to get the kids dinner going. And I
Okay.
actually might come back if I can because I can go from my phone.
Yeah, you can.
Um so I might come back.
All right. I'll holler at you.
Bye.
All
Bye,
right.
Nikki.